Hello dear students, welcome to the online education of class 7 science. Dear students, in the previous class I was discussing regarding the mechanism of circulation of blood in the human heart. Okay, so we also discussed about the heartbeat and we discussed about the how the rhythmic contraction of and relaxation of the heart takes place. Okay, so how does the complete process of circulation takes place in the human body, that we have understood. In today's class, let us understand the excretion process in animals. Okay, so let us recall some of the concepts that we have understood in the previous beginning of the class. Okay, so that when I am explaining about the inhalation and exhalation, we understood that how carbon dioxide is removed as a waste from the body through the lungs. Okay, so during the exhalation process, the carbon dioxide is as a waste is removed through our body through the lungs. Okay, and we also recall that the waste product, okay, undigested food, so after the complete circulation, complete digestion takes place in the small intestine, it is transported to large intestine where the water and other things are absorbed. So later on the waste undigested food remains, no, so that will be removed during the as a process of digestion. Okay, so this is what the waste product is removed from our body. Okay, so now let us find out how some other waste material are removed from our body. Okay, so not only the carbon dioxide as a waste, not only the undigested food as a waste is removed from our body, so other than these two, there are some other wastage materials which are produced in our body, the way how they can be removed. Okay, so how our body remove these unwanted materials. Okay, from where do these unwanted materials come from? So let us understand that. Okay, so when our cells perform their functions, okay, so as we all know, the cells perform continuously their functions. Okay, so when our cells perform these functions, certain wastes are produced in our cells and these waste products are released. Okay, so after every reaction, after every work, there is something waste product is produced. Okay, it is released. So these are very toxic and hence they need to be removed from our body. Okay, so whatever the waste products are released in the cells, okay, they are very toxic and hence they need to be removed from our body. Okay, or else they create a problem to our health. Okay, so the process of removal of waste material produced in the cells of the living organisms is called excretion. Okay, remember once again all of you, the process of removal of wastes produced in the cells of living organisms is called excretion. So the parts which are involved in the process of excretion forms the excretory system. Okay, the organs which are involved in the process of excretion, they are called excretory system. Okay, so that's why the process of removal of waste materials from our body is called excretion, we say. Okay, so what is the excretory system in human body? Okay, so let us understand the excretory system in humans. Okay, so the waste which is present in the blood has to be removed from the body. Okay, so there are some waste which are present in the human blood, so that has to be removed from the body. So how can this be done? So there is a mechanism so which involves in the filtration of the blood, which is needs to be done, which should be done compulsorily in order to remove the waste material from the blood. Okay, so blood also contains some of the waste materials that has to be removed from our body. So for that there is a mechanism of filtration of blood that is required. Okay, so this mechanism to filter the blood, to remove the waste materials from the pure blood, so there is a mechanism is required and that is done by the some organs. Okay, so those organs are called kidneys. So this is done by the blood capillaries in the kidneys. So kidneys are the two in number. Okay, they are pair of kidneys, so they are the cells, the capillaries which are blood capillaries which are present in the kidneys, they perform this function. Okay, so when the blood reaches the two kidneys, so the blood continuously flows. So at the same time, when the blood as usual, when the blood reaches our kidneys, what happens is it contains both useful and harmful substances. So that blood contains both useful as well as harmful substances. So the useful substances, they are absorbed back to the into the blood. Okay, whatever the useful substances are there, they are as usual, they are absorbed back to the blood. Okay, they are absorbed back to the heart. So heart again, it reaches again back to the heart, again back into the blood. Okay, but the water, the wastes dissolved in water, whatever the waste products are there in the blood, so which are present in water, which are dissolved in the water, they are removed as urine. So now you can understand what is the urine is. Okay, what exactly the urine is. The wastes which are dissolved in the water, so they are removed in the form of urine. That only we call it as a urine. So from our kidneys, the urine goes into the urinary bladder. So from the kidney, so where the filtration takes place, in the blood capillaries, so whatever the waste products which are dissolved in the water, okay, so they are removed as a urine. So from the kidneys, that urine goes into the urinary bladder, okay, through a pipe like structure called ureter. Okay, through a tube like structures called ureters. From the kidneys, you can look at the diagram for 11.6, it's very clear. So and two kidneys, you can see pair of kidneys. Okay, from kidneys through the tube like structures called ureters, the waste dissolved substances called the urine, okay, it is collected in the it is passed through the tube like structure called ureter, and it is collected in the urinary bladder. So it is stored in the bladder, okay, urinary bladder, and then it is passed out through the urinary opening. From the bladder, okay, it is passed out, okay, through the urinary opening at the end of a muscular tube called the urethra. Okay, so here you can see, so okay, through the urinary opening at the end of the muscular tube. So it's a muscular tube, it's a muscles, it is made up of muscles, not a bone. Okay, so at the end of the muscular tube called urethra, look at the figure 11.6, through the urethra there is a opening is there at the end, so through that the urine is passed. Okay, so the kidneys, ureters, bladder, urinary bladder, and urethra, so they all together form a excretory system. Okay, so now you understood so what exactly the urinary system is. Okay, what exactly the excretory system is. So an adult human being normally passes about 1 to 1.8 liter of urine in 24 hours, and an adult human being, okay, healthy human being, so he passes around 1 liter to 1.8 liters of urine in one day in 24 hours. So what that urine consists of, you may ask the question. So the urine consists of 95% of water. Okay, so as we all know that, so the urine consists of 95% of water and 2.5% of urea and 2.5% of other waste products. Okay, so we have experienced that. Okay, all this excretory system we have understood now. Okay, remaining concept let us understand in the next class. Okay, dear students, just you draw this diagram, it is very very important, and label the parts and try to understand the concept of excretory system. Thank you and have a nice day.